because, like the sign says, Ron and I lucked out. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say we lucked out. God has everything.
Amen.
Plan. Dad was the man and the myth and the legend. He was everything to all of us. There was not nothing that Bob didn't help in some way for all of us. So he did everything for us. But this I wrote, and some of you just have to know me and my dad. But towards the, when we were growing up, we weren't allowed to go to the theater. It cost us. So the first movie that Robert and I ever went to, I don't know, I think we told him we were going to grade skate or something, and we went and saw movies. So if that's going to give away our age, probably. So anyways, and then eventually, through God's grace and opening our eyes to understand it, it wasn't a sin to go to the movies. Dad in the end loved to go to the movies, and he loved to watch movies. And if you know Bob and Becky, when you go to their house, basically any movie known man in the last 30 years is in their house. So my dad was my Sylvester Stallone. He would fight my battles like Rocky and take on the world like Rambo. My dad was my James Bond. He was as dashing as Sean Connery and as humorous as Roger Moore. Our dad was our John Wayne. I won't be wronged. I won't be insulted. I won't be laid a hand on. I don't do these things to other people, and I require this from them. Because that's what our dad was. My dad was my Indiana Jones. He loved adventures, and we went on many of them. My dad was my Avenger because he was smart like Tony Stark. And he loved America more than Captain America. And my dad was my Anakin Skywalker and my Darth Vader. Because there was good in him. And in the end, he would die for me. And I'll never be the same watching these movies with Dad. Because we had movie marathons before it became a thing. And Dad was born in 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, to Helen Curry. And he didn't know many things about his birth father, but he was later adopted by A.C. Driscoll. And eventually, Helen would marry John Howard, and in Coolidge, he would ride his motorcycles to deliver the paper as a young kid. And they had a produce stand, and this is where Dad grew a dislike for a lot of fruits, because he didn't like a lot of them, because that was all they had. And somewhere along the way, he joined the Army. And it was pretty cool because Dad appreciated the fact that he was in Germany while they were building the wall. And I can remember when Dad and I were watching, and they were taking the wall down. And that was important to Dad. And then Dad got married, and he had my sister Rhonda and my brother Bobby. And then when Robert came along, the famous saying was born, "This is Bob, this is my other brother Bob, and I'm Bob." Then my dad married again, and we had my brother Michael. And we miss you. And somewhere along the way, my dad yielded to Jesus. And I want to read his story. And this was written by my dad, and we think sometime in the late 70s. Or the early 80s. Before I got saved, I was a drunk and a biker, and other people didn't mean much to me. And some of the people I rode with are or were in prison. I would drink every chance I could, and at the time, a friend and I were living together, and he got paid on Wednesday, and I got paid on Friday. So we always had money to drink. And when I was in the Army, I was arrested and jailed twice for drinking. And after the Army, I drank more. For some reason, God kept his hand on me all this time. And I was working in Phoenix, and I can't make out that word, I'm sorry. And I got fired, then moved to Coolidge, and was soon moving to Eloy after an arrest warrant had been issued in Coolidge for an alcohol-related offense. About 3 months later, I was arrested, in Eloy for being drunk and disturbing the peace. And the police found out that I was wanted in Coolidge and took me there when my Eloy sentence was finished. While in Phoenix, the first time I got into an auto wreck, I was arrested for drunk driving, and about a week in jail, I was set outside with 3 other prisoners to take out the trash. And I climbed a tall fence and escaped. And she wanted to be home for Thanksgiving. That's important. So a lot of you didn't know that Bob was a jailbird. And including food. So he evaded spending Thanksgiving in jail. About a month later, I was stopped because the car I had bought that day had no tail lights, and I spent Christmas and New Year's Day in jail. And on my life was like this, even to the point of hanging around the Old Deuce area in downtown. While in jail, 62 days for the escape, a friend of mine had to have his leg amputated because of a construction accident. And a one-legged preacher started witnessing to him. And a short time later, he and his wife got saved. They were always coming over to my place, witnessing to me and trying to get me in church. After I got saved, he told me he thought I was a lost cause. One day I went to church, and after a couple times more, at a revival one Sunday spring morning, I received Jesus as my Savior.
Amen.
Not fully realizing what had happened to me, I went to a party with some of my friends. But as the Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature.
Yes.
Old things are passed away, and behold, all things become new.
Yes.
I no longer wanted to drink, and in fact, the beer I loved to taste was now distasteful to me. And I didn't speak with the same foul language I once used. And I started attending church, reading the Word, and praying. Most of my old friends soon found they didn't desire my company anymore. The Lord has really blessed me. After I received Jesus, he says in Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Being a Christian means the Lord will hear and answer my prayers, and the Holy Ghost makes it help spread the good news, and the Holy Ghost makes it possible for me to witness to others. For the past 10 years, I have helped spread the good news to Mexico. As Jesus said in Mark 6:15, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. I have witnessed for Christ in Mexico, back in the Deuce area of Phoenix, and in other parts of the valley. I did not do this under my own power, but through Christ who dwelleth in me. God gets better each day as we see prophecy unfold. And remember what Jesus said in Luke 21:28. And when you see these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. That was a Dad's words. I found that, and it was amazing, and I thought that would be great to share today, because that's really what Dad was all about after he got saved, was he wanted everyone to see him in heaven. And if you know Jesus, we're going to see Dad.
Amen.
Amen. So I only knew my dad after he got saved. He worked as a Zandero for over 35 years and was proud to explain what the name of his job meant. $5 to the one who knows what Zandero meant. Well, I guess I'm not. The vintage writer. My dad fell in love with my mom. And they began a 47-year adventure that in all my memories, I do not recall a shouting match or a bad fight. And then they had twins, and they had some bad fights with me. That was a tough 9 months in the end. My dad believed in helping others, and often as a kid, we would always have someone living with us who needed a helping hand for one reason or another. And there were some touching posts, and I want to read them. Pastor Layla Gomez said, "I don't know what I would have done without your dad in my life. Many years ago, after my dad passed away and my mother had moved out of state, he would cheer me up, and he and Mom opened up their home for me." And her sister Joyce said, "Your mom and dad were both so good to help me and Brenda and Layla. I'm sure he's wearing many crowns. He has a lot of crowns." Brenda said, "Bob and Becky were truly heaven sent to my family. And during a tumultuous time, his kindness and generosity will always be remembered." And there's one other, and this is from Cousin Marcus. And he said, "Some of the best childhood memories are the summers he would stay at Bob and Becky's playing various games that to this day I love and always remind me of all of you. Watching movies that we went and rented from Blockbuster, how long was that? As a family in various church houses." Then along the way, Jesus sent my sister John to enter our lives. And I don't know what we would have done without you. You and Lord, we can't thank you enough for everything. Because you're our sister. Dad wore many different hats, because he loved all his hats. But he wore many different hats for different people. He loved his hats. He loved his motorcycles and his guns and his family. But more importantly, he loved Jesus.